This is 5 on your side at 6. Focused on you.
Just hours ago, Illinois jails started releasing inmates who face felony charges after the end of cash bail. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
And I'm Ann Allred. Our cameras were rolling outside of the St. Clair County jailhouse doors in Belleville when the first defendant was released. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, was in the courtroom when the judge let her go. Mark.
Ann and Mike, the end of cash bail incited powerful emotions for family members waiting outside the jail today. Joy and relief for some, helplessness and frustration for others. That bond had been a barrier keeping some people locked up, but it was also a key others hoped they could save up enough to afford. At the St. Clair County Jail, these windows are now obsolete. And these doors?
It's going to be opening and closing a lot.
Sergeant James Hendricks says the Sheriff's Department has been coordinating closely with the courts and prosecutors to prepare for the end of cash bail.
This week is totally different than what we've ever done in law enforcement.
Dozens of defendants in jail now may be released in a simple court order if the state's attorney declines to file a motion to keep them locked up.
When those court orders actually arrive, we're going to expedite those people getting out of here as fast as we possibly can with doing our job.
Those releases could happen in waves of 25 to 30 people a day until about 150 in total are let out.
There's a lot of inmates that are curious to whether they're going to get out and, not have to be detained here any further.
But defendants facing more serious charges have to go before a judge for a detention hearing. That's where a public defender persuaded a judge to let Latara Atkins, a breastfeeding mother, go home to her 2-month-old baby girl.
I'm so happy to get back to my baby and my family. I just was thirsty to get out to them.
She still faces felony charges. Police say she struck the father of her child with a stick in a drunken fight last Thursday night. The judge said she can go home but can't see him for 72 hours and can't possess a gun at all until her trial. How does she feel knowing she won't have to pay cash bail?
It makes me feel good. It do makes me feel good.
The new law that reunited her with her daughter blocks this family's reunion with their loved one.
They need to get better with the justice system.
They didn't tell us his name, but said he faced the judge today where he found he would not get out. His family had saved up thousands of dollars hoping they could have paid his bond.
We have to pay for everything.
His girlfriend brought their daughter, family, and friends to wave outside a window because the cost to communicate directly.
We paying for stamps to send them pictures. We have to pay for visits, which is $10, the taxes for that.
She says added up to more than $670 over the last few weeks.
We can't see him. We can't talk to him unless we're on the phone. We pay for that. So this is how we do it. This is how we can afford it, to see him through a window.
And we just got word moments ago, the sergeant at the St. Clair County Jail telling us the court orders just came through. 11 more inmates will get that call to go home tonight. Their charges were nonviolent, and the state's attorney did not file a motion to keep them locked up.
Mark, thanks. Thousands of pounds of fish and produce have been rotting away for months in an abandoned business. Now crews are working to clean up the Seafood City supermarket in University City. Our Justina Cornell joins us live from the former market near 81st and Olive with an update on the cleanup efforts. Justina.
Yeah, Mike, so we were out here earlier today and we had to mask up because the smell was so strong. And during that time, we saw crews bring out all the food that was left behind. At Seafood City Supermarket, gnats along with an overwhelming odor linger in University City. Crews wearing hazmat gear carry the weight, picking up pounds of a pungent problem. That's because fish, canned goods, and produce have been rotting away.
We can smell the odor, especially when it's hot. And the wind is blowing, you can always smell the odor. I just thought maybe some dead animals or something died.
Neighbor Corinne Davis isn't totally wrong.
I didn't think they left the food behind. I didn't know what else was, I didn't think it was still fish there. I thought they would take it away.
Back in March, the St. Louis County Health Department ordered Seafood City to shut down after saying products were improperly stored and had operated without a health permit. And the suffocating stench has been circulating since.
Probably been in there for several months. Odor was getting worse, considerably worse over the past few weeks. I don't know if a hole developed in the roof and the odor may have come out from there.
John Wagner, U City's Director of Planning and Directing, was on site Tuesday.
They are going to tackle the freezers where a lot of the seafood is. That's where a lot of the odor is coming from. But they estimate there could be maybe 5, 6, 7,000 tons of that stuff back there.
Your aroma made Wagner aware. That's when the owner was contacted.
And to get it cleaned up was really an issue initially between the property owner and the tenant, in this case Seafood City. and it just wasn't taken care of fast enough. So we'll pay for it up front, but the property owner is aware of that he's paying for it.
And as quickly as the smell took over, the city moves faster to stop it.
As soon as it became a public health issue, that's when we got involved in it.
I did reach out to the owner. We have not heard back yet. I'm told this could take weeks to make sure this is all cleaned up. Reporting in University City, Justina Cornell, 5 on your side.
This week, the United Auto Workers International president said if there is not serious progress by Friday at noon, they may expand targeted strikes at plants across the country. Today marks day 5 of the picketing at the GM plant in Wentzville. 5 on your side's Diamond Palmer is live there tonight. Diamond.
Good evening, Ann. I spoke to UAW Locals 2250 former president Glenn Coggy, and he says that these plants, the big 3, do not have the field supply that they used to before the pandemic, meaning they're making less cars. Now, he says the plant here in GM provides an economic engine for the economy. Additionally, he says for every auto assembly job, there's 10 industries that depend on it. Coggy says the Granite City Steel provides steel to the GM plant here in Wentzville to make vehicles like the GMC Canyon, Chevy Colorado, and full-size minivans, which could be a problem for both of the plants as strikes loom continue this Friday.
And if we're not using that and they lose that demand, they may have to lay some people off. It's sad, and we hate that, but that's part of the ripple effect or the domino effect. Now you're going to have Granite City Steel getting on the phone saying, hey guys, get this stuff squared away.
In a video posted by UAW's international president Sean Fain, he says they're going to continue to hit these big 3 automakers where and when they need to as negotiations continue. Reporting live in Wentzville, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
Tonight, a local clinic is getting national recognition, all because of its innovative approach to solving gun violence in our city.
5 on your side's Mercedes McKay has more on the first-of-its-kind grant the clinic received.
Signs of hope, compassion, and healing cover the walls of the bullet-related injury clinic in St. Louis's West End neighborhood.
The idea that you would have a clinic that's just focused on people and their families who have a bullet in their body or have been threatened by a bullet, that's not a practice I've ever seen anywhere else.
Focus on holistic healing. Dr. LJ Punch started the Brick in November of 2020. It's that innovative approach that's getting the clinic nationally recognized.
To have a group, a national organization say, hey, we see you. And it matters, and you're doing a good job, and we want to make sure you can keep serving the people you serve. That's really affirming.
Thanks to advocacy from the local Moms Demand Action Group. The Brick is one of only 5 across the country receiving a new grant from the Everytown Community Safety Fund that awards organizations on their commitment to uniquely solving gun violence in their cities.
We were identified as a promising practice that was worth funding.
The Brick will get $50,000 over the course of 1 year. Dr. Punch says they already know exactly how they want to spend that money.
The most precious resource that we offer our patients at the Brick are our healers.
Adding more clinicians, therapists, and chaplains is where they'll spend most of the money. The rest will go towards patients' wellness boxes.
So that people can take a little piece of the Brick home with them and continue those healing practices on their own.
Dealing with tragedy daily, Dr. Punch says this gives them light when things often seem dark.
My hope is that by helping people heal today's bullet injuries, we prevent those bullet injuries that will come in the future.
In St. Louis, Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.
Dr. Punch says the clinic has picked up a lot of momentum recently. They saw close to 200 patients in just the month of August. We have more information on how to set up an appointment on KSTK.com under the As Seen on TV section.
Coming up.